Arrival is an alien invasion movie, but not in the way you would expect if you've ever seen, like, Independence Day or something really, really stupid. This movie presents an alien invasion in a more intelligent way, and it focuses on our ability to communicate with them and the paranoia of humanity while also dealing with human drama. So yeah, this movie's great, go see it. Since we need to be able to communicate with aliens before we nuke the crap out of them for no reason, the government hires Amy Adams, who plays an intelligent person who is a language professor, linguistics professor, I don't know, I haven't taken her class yet. And they hire Jeremy Renner, who's a scientist guy, and together they're going to try and decipher the alien language so they can find out what the aliens' purpose is on Earth before we try to murder them all. This movie is very layered in the way, in terms of its plot and its themes, and the way it doles out information at a pretty slow pace, except when Jeremy Renner has a 5-minute exposition monologue, well, over the course of action, but besides that, the way the information is doled out is pretty well handled in the movie. I really do feel bad for the people walking into this movie and seeing the trailer and being like, oh, they're saving all the action scenes for the movie. They're not, there's no action scenes in the movie, trust me. And anybody expecting Will Smith to just blow up the alien ship, don't go into this movie, alright? This movie is very, very smart in the way it handles. It's very sensitive and intelligent. But you're on this edge of your seat regardless because there's a lot of tension in this movie. If you've ever seen Sicario or Prisoners, it's from the same director, so yeah, his movies have you on the edge of your seat the whole time, just the air of tension that he's able to build while filming. There's beautiful cinematography, great effects, pretty good acting, I'd say, for the most part. Amy Adams is the only one who really steals the show. Everybody else is pretty solid, like Jeremy Renner. He's always solid. For Forrest Whitaker, if you need a black guy, it's either him or Morgan or Samuel L. Jackson. And I love the story. The alien invasion sort of turns into a backdrop for Amy Adams' character and her personal drama while dealing with the trauma of her daughter and the events to come from that. It's hard to go into this without talking about major spoilers in the movie, but it's a really well-handled plot. And the way the plot is able to correlate with her efforts to decipher the alien language, it's very well handled. It's a really smart movie, well edited, very, very great. This is the best performance from Amy Adams I've ever seen. I usually don't like her much. Yeah, she's really great in the movie. Probably best performance ever, except maybe the Muppets movie, because I love the Muppets movie. The only thing I really didn't like was the overall resolution to the alien plot. Felt like, alright, we should probably end the movie now. It felt like, oh yeah, this is why we're here. It didn't feel like, didn't feel quite natural. It was like, okay, bye. This movie does have a strong message at the end, but the aliens' way of doing this, it fit, but then it felt cheesy. It was very mixed for me. It's hard to talk about without spoilers, so you'll understand if you see the movie. I definitely recommend this movie if you have an attention span. If you're going to be checking your phone every 20 minutes because nobody's shooting a gun, you're not going to like this movie. I wouldn't say it's boring because I personally enjoyed it and it's very intense throughout, but there's no guns and no car chases. I really liked it. I almost loved it. They touch on the effects that the aliens are having on the common people, like looting and things like that. If they had showed more of that and the effects of the alien invasion on the common people, other than just showing a couple news things, I would have liked it more. I love the tension between the other countries and how they're all trying to find out the problem on their own, and then they're reluctantly sharing information and the drama that comes from that, because that would happen in real life. And I love the strong message that it had at the end. Just, I wish the aliens had something better to do than what they do. So check this movie out, or you could go watch Doctor Strange beat the bad guy. Bye.